All right, so we're back. I don't know how much of the first stream everyone actually got, but you missed, unfortunately, probably a breakdown of the lap, which I'm definitely not doing again. Um,
Oh
so at
no.
the moment, as it stands, we've got G Ninja on provisional pole with a good lap of a 29.4, almost 3/10 ahead of Finexi in second place in the Haas, and then Defo Not Cows in third with Notaboat and Simo Kind
Or
rounding out the
Simo.
top.
Yeah.
Yeah, rounding out the top five. So quite a competitive grid. I mean, if you look at the difference in times, from second to fourth is less than half a tenth, and then from second down to fifth is only a tenth and a half. So it's really close between the top guys, especially.
Yeah, I mean, might not have been captured on stream earlier, but I did say, yeah, it's a close battle at the front. By the
Yeah, it's always.
way,
Oh,
sorry to interrupt. So Cody's making his debut, as I was mentioning earlier, and also it's not actually HL, it's Lance using HL setup.
okay,
So
cool.
just to make you aware.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, we'll refer to HL as Lance because it's not HL. He's just using someone else's setup. Cool.
Yep.
So we've got a bit of a lull while everyone waits to do their final run. I imagine everyone will do a final run because I don't think
Yeah.
anyone's comfortable enough to retire at this stage, and everyone will want to improve somewhat. Um, I'm surprised that Lance hasn't done a lap yet, but I'm sure he'll want to change that now with the final run and see where he can put himself. I imagine he wants to be somewhere around where Golf is, knowing Lance and his pace. So we'll see what he can do there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of golf, he's actually one of the first out onto the track for his final run. I think he is the first out onto the track for his final run.
Yeah, I've just put the camera on him now, so
Yeah, he's looking like he could get a top five. He needs like about half a second in hand if he wants to get that top five away from the Williams and the Alfa Romeo of Harrison. But he's definitely got it in him. As we know from Simcade, Golf, is one of those drivers turns up every week and can definitely pull out a performance,
definitely.
uh,
Yep, more than
especially in
capable.
the race. Uh, so yeah, we'll just wait for the drivers to complete their very slow outlaps.
Yeah, we got a few on an outlap. Finexi, Simo, Harrison, Golf, currently Skip as well.
Yeah.
But Ardaz didn't set a time. Did we miss him? Did he DNF or was on?
Ardaz,
Yeah, Ardaz.
he disconnected. I think
Ah,
he desynced from the session,
okay. So hopefully he can get
which
back
is a
in a
shame
bit.
for him.
Yeah,
Yeah, hopefully he can get him back in for the race. Because even starting down in 15th around this track, there is DRS. You can overtake. There's long straights, and the slipstreams being so powerful on this game that there's definitely opportunity to make up positions, get back into that top 10 and the points paying positions.
yep, totally. So but yeah, there's a few people to watch. Definitely, as we can see how close the times are at the front. The 5 drivers in the 129s as G Ninja's settled with his time at 129.400. So
I don't think, yeah, I think he has decided that he's not gonna improve on that lap time, which is it's interesting considering you've got the likes of Finexi and Kaz and Notaboat so close behind, and would definitely probably I'd imagine they know they have more time to give as well. So I'm surprised about that.
yeah,
But clearly he's comfortable with that lap. It was a good one to go almost 3/10 up. So,
he's
but I can't
confident.
imagine this is going to be a particularly stressless moment for him because he's going to be watching from the sidelines
That's right. Yeah, yeah. Clearly he's. Oh, Finexi, five
as
second grid penalty.
illegal blocking. So that clearly there's been a bit of jostling with track position as everyone's so close. Everyone's so close on track, as you can see starting the lap. There must have been a little bit of maybe contact there. I'm not sure.
There's yeah, a few people in the chat. Mel AJ says, "Go on, lads." He's driving home. Go on, lads.
Good, thanks AJ. Thanks Mel as well. Who else we got?
Hey,
Callum says woo.
yeah, Callum is Ecoy and ADX is Ardaz. So, yep.
Nice one. Yeah.
Shall I go
I'd
on board with Finexi, by the way?
Yeah, go on board with Finexi.
Yep.
Go for it. Yeah, he's on a lap at the moment. Got a slipstream from his teammate. Lovely work there from the Haas.
Oh.
It's a bit of teamwork to get that extra bit of pace down the straight, and they'll probably gain a bit more toe here as well from his teammate. This is some lovely teamwork going on here. He doesn't get this, but he has gone purple because of that. So I would not be surprised if Ninja's sweating a little bit now after retiring and not trying again, because that teamwork from the Haas might just give Finexi that pole position. We'll see. He comes round into the final sector now. See how he hooks up this twisty technical part of the lap, using all the curb on the right hand side there to get the best exit. Draining his ERS on the hot lap mode. We've got some people coming across the line. Harrison, Nick Furyman and Rob all will not improve from there. They're finished. As Finexi comes to the line, this could possibly be the pole position lap. And he just misses out by half a tenth. Very close.
Very tight. Shall we go on with Notaboat?
Yeah, go for Notaboat.
Yeah.
He's another contender. He could definitely pip fourth here. There's only 4 thousandths between him and definitely not Kaz. There's
Axel Ross.
Yeah, Axel Ross goes fourth in the Alpine, which is good effort from him. Let's see what Notaboat can do. He comes across the line. He goes pole position with a 28.8.
Wow.
6 tenths ahead of everyone else. That is a storming lap.
It really is, yeah.
From the Aston Martin driver. Not expecting that much of a gap at the front here, but...
And Hamid just about crosses the line. Stater hasn't moved from P11.
No, he validated his lap by the looks of it.
Yeah.
The mini-map's gone red. So that is your order for the race then. Everyone's finished, 4 in the pits.
Yep.
So I'll just run through it. So we've got Notabout on pole with a 28.8, which is an incredible lap time. And then Ninja, who decided not to go out for the final run, but I don't think that gamble quite paid off the way he imagined. And Finexi rounds out your top 3 for the race. That was exciting, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was such an impressive lap. Good lord.
It was. Yeah, so I'll run you through the rest of the order for you. So with Notaboat, Ninja and Finexi 1, 2, 3, and then we've got Timo in the Williams P4, Axel Ross P5, Definot Kaz P6, P7 is Harrison, and then Golf, Skip, Nick Furyman, Hamid, Rob, Cody and Lance. But obviously we also forgot that Finexi has that 5 place penalty.
He does, yep.
So he'll drop to 8th place, I believe, which will promote everyone from Golf upwards.
Yep.
Up a position.
I wonder why Lance wasn't able to set a lap time for under HL setup.
I don't know. I don't know if he's having issues or what, but that's disappointing, really.
It is, yeah. Apparently there's a bit of lag with the stream, so sorry about that. I've tweaked the bit rate, so hopefully it'll be a bit better now. Touch wood.
I touch wood for you. Right, we're just going to load into the race. Everyone getting their race setups on, although obviously there's only so much they can do in Parc Fermé. So hopefully the race won't be as cut and paste as qualifying was for Notaboat. We do want to see a fight out front, but that was a mighty impressive lap from him to go pole position there.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, so obviously, like I said before, you're more dialed in on for this league. So who do you expect to have the race pace? Obviously, we've seen quali pace. We know who's got that in the bag, but who over a race can really hook up the consistency? Do you think?
Well, certainly Simo's the championship leader at the moment, but as we've seen, Notaboat, also known as Toby, that lap was really impressive. But it'll be between Simo and Finexi, I believe. But G Ninja P2, he's a very impressive driver. One of Ecoy's friends. Ecoy runs the league. Man to watch as well. See how Cody Rob battle in the Ferraris go. Father and son.
Yeah, down there together in 12th and 13th. Quite interesting, quite spicy on the first 2 laps. Those two going wheel to wheel, possibly.
Yep. Kaz as well. He's no mug in P5. Very good driver. True. And yeah, Axel in P4 is one of the reserve drivers, but filling in the Alpine seat, or is it AlphaTauri? AlphaTauri?
Alpine.
Alpine, yes. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Alpine. So just before we start, I'll run through the tyres that everyone's selected.
Yes.
So our man on pole position's gone for the soft tyres. Obviously, we know 25% races always going to be a medium soft or a soft medium. The hards won't have to be used unless there's a really early safety car and someone gambles. Looks like the two father-son have come together already on the formation lap, which is quite ironic. We were talking about that literally 30 seconds ago, and it's happened on the formation lap. It's quite funny. But yeah, so Notabo, the pole man, is on softs with Ninja, Timo, and Axel Ross on mediums. And then Kaz on softs, hoping to use that few extra meters off the line to jump his rivals ahead of him. And then his teammate Harrison splitting strategy there with the mediums. And then Golf's also on the softs. And then Finexi, Skip, Nick Furyman on the mediums. Hamid, softs. Rob and Cody have both gone soft. And then HL and Ardaz on mediums at the back of the field. So everyone going for either soft or medium. But it's a pretty even split between the two, so there doesn't seem to be a general consensus about the best strategy here.
Yeah, I have to see how it pans out, really. But yeah, what if you were driving, would you have started on softs or mediums for the race, personally?
I mean, I know on this game the alternate strategy, so starting on the hard tyres, is quite powerful.
Yeah.
And especially on a track like this where there's not a massive threat of safety cars, I probably would have gone for that. But obviously,
sure.
If you're the likes of Kaz, maybe Golf, who didn't do as well in qualifying as you thought you should, and you want to gain 2 places off the start, the soft is the way to go because you'll get that extra grip the first few laps, and you can make the track position up as well.
Yeah.
Right, so the grid's forming up.
Yep.
And we're gonna get the lights in a second once the final car Ardaz has pulled into his position.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find a good vantage. Oh yeah, that'll do. So I'm just on board on stream with Golf.
Okay. Right, so we're gonna get the lights now as we go to. No.
I love this moment of suspense.
Right, here we go. They're all revving up. We've got the lights, and they're away, and it looks like it's a good start from Notaboat, but Ninja's not had a great one, and Axel Ross is already not sniffing around, and Defo Not Kaz has already made up 2 positions into 3rd place, and there's contact there between him and the Alpine driver, and it looks like the Alpine driver has been spun round,
Axel
and
Ross,
that is unfortunate. Just a bit of a coming together on lap 1, but Notaboat keeps the lead. A lot of jostling around. The soft runners at the front got a good start.
Yeah, Simo's fallen down to P13 as well, so saw some damage there, but Notaboat in P1, so he's retained. But yeah, as you said, Kaz has made up 2 places at the start, just on board with Kaz there. As Finexi gets past Harrison, just on board with Finexi.
Finexi had a great start. He's capitalised well on the initial collisions, and on that medium tyre he looks really quick on the favoured strategy as well, so he's one to watch for the race. But Kaz definitely made those softs work off the line, and now it's all about who can manage their tyres the best, who can manage the ARS the best, and hit those consistent lap times.
I'm just gonna have a look on stream who's made up some real places here from where they started. Yeah, Nick Freeman's made up 4 places for Nexi. Arda has made up 7 places, so he had a storming start. But yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Ardaz has got. Yeah, he went from the back of the grid, didn't he, to P8 there. So that's a brilliant start. It says Rob actually hits the back of Ardaz.
He does, yeah. Just called that on stream
on the final corner, and does take the position. Bit of a push to pass, but I don't think that actually affected Ardaz in any way. And Cody's capitalised on his dad's overtake and followed him straight through. So a bit of teamwork going on with Ferrari boys today. The father-son teamwork going on. I like that.
Yeah.
It's nice to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Just on board with Ardaz, but yeah, wonder whether he had an issue. Rob gets 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy with that on the second lap. To get 3 warnings already is not ideal. The first 3-second penalty of the race. It's a track which can bite on track limits because there's no runoff, and it's very tempting to run just over that white line to gain a bit more time. But yeah, I'm sure we will not be seeing. I'm sure we will be seeing a lot more of that as the race unfolds. Just saying. Hamid in the Alpine and Timo in the Williams pitted for hard tyres to repair the damage on their
Yeah.
cars after the lap 1 skirmish. So they're going to the end on those. See
Yep.
what they can do.
Absolutely. Just just on board with Nick Furyman Harrison. So on board with Harrison, he's just trying to get past
Yeah.
Nick Furyman.
This will be a great move around the outside if he can pull it off, and he's trying it, but looks like Nick Furyman's got the inside covered, but they're still wheel to wheel, and Harrison's got a great exit in towards this next left-hander. Nick Furyman will have the inside line, but then he'll turn to the outside, and Harrison looks like he's got that move done.
Yeah.
Brilliant move there from the Alfa Romeo driver, and he moves
Whoa.
into bit of a late one as Fenexi fancies his chances of getting back past the Alfa Romeo. Thinks better of it.
Yeah. They are still
Meanwhile,
a bit bunched up, aren't they, at the front? The front three.
They are, yes.
Just on board with
those
Kaz.
differing strategies. Those mediums look quite fast, even compared to the softs at this early stage. And Ninja's all over the back of Notaboat at the moment, despite Notaboat being on the faster tyre at the moment.
Yeah.
And they've obviously all got DRS now. It's the third lap, so he's got to be careful that he doesn't lose the lead here.
Absolutely. Yeah. G Ninja's right on the back of Motorboat. But yeah, mediums seem pretty decent around here. So I have to see how long they can go on the softs and mediums.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to make or break the soft runs race how far they can get those tyres and not how fast, because obviously the guys on the mediums at the moment will benefit from the extra grip in the end, and that's a Red Bull round after the chicane. I think that
It's
might
Lance.
be Lance. Yeah. It is, yes. So he's dropped off the back of the pack there, unfortunately for him.
Yep. Today using his friend's setup. Obviously we know HL from Simcade around his mate's place, so having some issues with his friend's setup. I think HL has a wheel, doesn't he? I think. Yeah, that's true. Golf almost got past Cody and had a bit of back and forth. Just on board with Golf now.
Yeah, he's all over the back of Cody with DRS and Slipstream, but Cody looks like he's got quite a lot of straight line speed, and here goes Golf to the inside, but he lets him go. He fancies his chances on the longer DRS zone. A few corners later, see what he can do now. As Cody's really dropped off the back of his dad Rob there, and there's a massive slide from the McLaren as well saved from
It
Golf.
was, yeah, my god, Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, and Cody's gone wide, and Golf doesn't even need the DRS, but I think then Cody will actually get the DRS on Golf here, and he's already looking to get that place back. That might have been a strategic move there from Cody, quite smart really when you think about it, and he's going to go straight back past the McLaren. So if that was intentional, then that's some really good racecraft from Cody to kind of fake Golf and give him the DRS on the next straight.
Yep, as Ardaz managed to get past Golf as well, and he's just got past Cody, just called that on the stream, so...
Lovely double overtake, although he has used all of his DRS. Now you see that red light flashing on the back of the Mercedes. Means he's below 1% on the battery, which is going to make him very vulnerable to attack later on down the line.
Yes, that's right.
As we've got a battle here between Nick Furyman and Rob. Rob's all over back. This whole 4-car battle are locked together at the moment.
Yeah, Rob just got wobbled.
Noticed we've had a change for the lead. It looks like Notaboat's possibly made a mistake.
Yes.
And got 4th place.
Yeah, as yellow flag. Oh, no, that cleared straight away. But yeah, clearly Notaboat had an issue somewhere. He'll be kicking himself.
Not seeing that one. But yeah, the Ninja now leads by over a second, which is good for him. He's out of that DRS zone, and on the mediums, they're looking pretty good. That's a mistake from Skip in 5th place. That's going to allow Harrison and possibly Nick Furyman through as well.
Yep.
Not ideal at all for him.
No, and he's got Nick Furyman right up his backside.
But we might get the place back with DRS, as we've got a couple more of the track limits warning penalties coming through. Almost contact between Harrison and Skip, but they managed to get through cleanly, and it's a nice overtake from the Williams to recover after that mistake. But yeah, like I was saying, the Alpine driver Axel Ross has got a 3-second penalty, so track limit's already starting to hurt our drivers here.
That's it, and he drained all of his ERS as well, so Harrison's managed to get back past. Ooh.
That was very late from Skip, and I think he's lucky that he didn't take himself or Harrison out there, because
Yep.
that was not on, I don't think. But they both get through without damage at the moment, so that's the main thing.
It is, yeah. As we like to say, a love tap, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. And Harrison now into 5th place with a strong showing at the moment for the 2 Alfa Romeos in 3rd and 5th.
Yeah, and Skip is going for an overtake on Harrison, and he's got it. At the,
DRS is so powerful here, as you can see, and just toing and froing between the 2 of them. And this is a good battle, though. They're keeping it nice and clean as well.
Yeah, although, as we mentioned earlier, Ardas gets 3-second time penalty, but yeah, Skip's drained all of his ERS, so Harrison's got almost half of his ERS, so I'm sure he'll manage to get back past, but... just going to watch on board with Kaz right on the back of Fenexi here.
Yeah, here he goes. Another DRS pass. You know, a lot of these at the moment, just drivers using that DRS really well, and there's another one there. Definite Kaz gets up into that 2nd place. Those soft tyres still performing quite well, even after 6 laps. I'll be thinking of wanting to pit in the next 2 or 3 laps and go onto the medium compound as Cody picks up a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. But all this battling between Kaz and Fenexi has meant that Ninja now has a 2.5 second lead.
Yeah,
and it's also brought Notaboat right back into the fight for 2nd place too.
Which is good, obviously, after his mistake. Yeah, the fact he's managed to catch back up. But just going back to Cody and Rob, like father, like son. Father got a penalty and son followed, but yeah,
they just seem to be doing what the other one does today, crashing on the formation lap into each other and then in penalties together. So
that's right. As Fenexi,
absolute goals.
Yeah, just on board with Fenexi, did close right up on the back of Kaz, but falling back ever so slightly. But
you can see that red light flashing on the rear wing again of Kaz, so he's used up all of his ERS, so he's not going to have anything to defend with going into this DRS straight, so wouldn't be surprised to see Fenexi breeze by with the help of that energy recovery system power. About an extra 120 horsepower, I believe, from there, and he just breezes by, especially with the DRS as well. It's not even a challenge. He's ahead before the braking zone. He has made a little error. And, And with that, he's actually pushed off the track and gets a 3-second time penalty, and so does Harrison at the exact same time.
That could seriously cost him later on in the race.
The penalties are coming flying in now with Nick Furyman, but these guys are side by side still, as Kaz on the inside. He's going to have the optimal line. That's going to turn to the outside though on this double left-hander. It looks like Fenexi is going to get that move done now. But that lead grows for Ninja all the time. These guys are fighting each other. They need to work together to try and reel that gap back in.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Fenexi's made up 6 places from where he started, so had an excellent start. In terms of other drivers, Rob's made up 5 places from where he started, Ardas 6. So who are the real losers? Axel Rose, obviously, or Axel Ross, 8 places. Simo still down in P14, obviously on the hard compound now, but
interesting to see what kind of pace they had on the hards and where they come out after the soft runners, especially make their pit stops first on the next lap or two, because it will be the next lap or two when we see the soft runners begin to pit.
Yep.
It looks like Notaboat is quite close on the back of... This is definitely the closest battle on track at the moment between Notaboat and Kaz. We might see a move here. He's in the DRS. See the red light flashing on the Alfa Romeo ahead of us.
That pull
doesn't look like he's going to be close enough this time, but he might get another run down this straight, which isn't DRS assisted.
Yeah, he didn't use... he got a bit loose just there, but... I'm surprised he didn't use some of his ERS just then, but I suppose he's bided his time.
I think he thought he was too far back, and based off the traction he got out of that corner, looks like the soft tyres are starting to struggle quite a lot, especially in the low speed corners.
Yeah, 7 lap old softs now, so we'll have to see when those guys are going to start pitting. But
Yeah, absolutely. It shouldn't be long now before the soft runners pit, and the mediums will go on a couple laps longer before putting on the sticky soft set of tyres. And we do have a pitter. It is Kaz. He's decided those tyres will not go any further than 8 laps, and he has come into the pits.
yeah, whether we'll have to see who else follows. But in terms of penalties, yeah, Fenexi 3 seconds, Harrison, Rob, Nick, Ardaz, Cody, and Axel, all with 3 seconds currently. There's
Yeah,
Kaz onto
I wouldn't be
mediums now.
surprised.
Yep.
Sorry, I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot more get penalties before the end of this race.
As you say, due to the nature of the track, yeah,
Yeah,
it's easy to pick them up around here. As Cody also pits.
he does indeed. And now this is going to be a massive lap for Kaz. Can he use those mediums to good effect and maybe try and undercut the guys around him? Because we know how powerful the undercut is in this game. You put a set of soft tires, new tires on, even if the tires that your rivals are running on are softer, you'll gain a lot of time on the fresh tires. So let's see what he can do here. I imagine the guys around him will now react to that because they don't want to get overtaken too much on the undercut.
Yeah, precisely. Yeah, I'll be surprised if it's not within the next lap or two that the soft guys will start pitting in. So who have we got on the softs currently? We got Noteboat, Rob, and Golf left on the softs. So, yeah.
So I imagine they'll be in the next few laps. As Ninja continues to extend his advantage out front, and that's looking very comfortable when you consider that Fenexi has that penalty and Noteboat is into the pits as we predicted from get rid of those soft tyres. So let's see, out of Noteboat and Kaz, who can get out in front as Rob gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Yeah.
Unfortunate for him.
Oh dear, he'll be kicking himself as Harrison pits, Ardaz, Golf. Yep. So, a lot of those guys coming in now. Yeah, be interesting remaining 9 laps, see where Kaz can end up.
Kaz has got a big undercut there on Noteboat, and he's used those mediums really well.
He has, yeah.
And he's got quite a big advantage, so that's a good undercut from the Alfa Romeo driver. Let's see if he can maybe get after the likes of Fenexi and Ninja as well.
Yeah. Certainly going to make it a bit spicy towards the end of the race. Whether he can... Oh, Ardaz, 3 seconds,
Ardaz
another...
Again.
That's in on
6 now.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's 8 for Rob and 6 at the moment for Ardaz, which is a shame for their races. That is going to be awful when they cross the line and start plummeting, even though they finish somewhere on track. So,
yellow flag.
the closest battle on track
Alpine,
at the moment.
Alpine by the looks
The
of it.
Axel Ross. Yeah, it is Axel Ross in the Alpine. Unfortunate for him. Maybe a spin or contact, not sure, as Ardaz has got past the other Alpine. So not a great 10 seconds for the Alpine team there.
Yeah.
One's dropped position and one literally drops it on the chicane.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
Right, our leader's in. Our leader is into the pits and onto a set of soft tyres. Fenexi continues for another lap. So does Skip. Clearly Ninja thought it was time to get rid of those mediums and capitalise on the extra grip from the soft tyres.
Yep.
And judging from the strength of the undercut we saw from Kaz, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the right call, because it looks really powerful around this track, especially with all the low-speed traction zones. You just gain so much time, basically everywhere with a new set of tyres.
Yep. Have to see how things pan out. I mean, certainly Fenexi and Nick Fuhrman having those penalties, it's going to come into play towards the end of the race. So whether we see G Ninja and Kaz and Noteboat and Skip not having any penalties, we haven't really brought up Skip much so far.
No.
He's sitting pretty in P2. Be very happy with that. Don't really recall him being up this high that often. Don't think that's a disrespectful thing to say. It is usually Simo that's in with a shout, but yeah, Skip's driving really well today.
Yeah, he clearly likes this track. This is kind of a love-hate track, and there are some people who are really, really good at it, and some people who aren't, and he seems to really be at home around here at Circuit Paul Ricard, so it's good to see from Skip.
Yeah.
currently running second place, only 6.5 seconds off the lead, and he does pit. And he follows for next Ian.
Yep. I thought that. Yeah, I expected that to be the case as Golf managed to get past Anj Hamid up to P12. But
Nick Furyman has stayed out, so Nick Furyman will lead briefly, I imagine, before Ninja flies by on those new soft tyres.
yep, Nick on 11 lap old mediums as Noteboat gets fastest lap. So on the medium tyre, that is pretty decent. Oh, Harrison just wiped that out.
Harrison very fast on the softs. As we can see, there's a pace advantage between the two compounds. The people who gambled, well, I say gambled, the people who decided to take the pain of the mediums in the first stint are now going to start to reap their rewards. As Harrison picks up a 3-second time penalty, they're going to start reaping their rewards and have the softer, grippier set of tyres towards the end of the race and have an even bigger advantage now that the fuel has lowered too. As we have had a move for the lead, that is Ninja retaking the lead, as we knew would happen.
Yep.
From Nick, who's on 12 lap old mediums now, so they're very second hand. He's going to want to change them.
Yeah, anytime soon. I'll be surprised if he isn't in this lap as Cody gets another 3 seconds, so he's on 6 now.
Yeah, one of 3 people now who are on 6, along with Harrison and Ardaz.
Yep. Rob now on 8, as we mentioned earlier.
Yeah. As we've got Notaboat and Kaz. Look like that's quite a close battle. We've also got Skip and Rob, quite close. Only 3/10 between them. They're the 2 closest battles on track at the moment. One for 3rd and one for 7th.
Yep. Rob on 2 lap old mediums now and Skip on fresh softs. So Rob's got he hasn't got much ERS left. Mid-20s.
I would expect Skip to skip away from Rob on those soft tyres.
I see what you did there. Yeah, I see it. Yeah,
there we go.
I'm proud of that.
Pun definitely intended.
Yeah.
I had to get one in with a name like Skip. It's the law. But yeah, he's definitely going to get away from Rob on the softer compound.
Yeah.
And set after the Alfa Romeo of Harrison, as is that Nick Furyman?
Yeah, dropped a couple of
Dropping
places.
down the order. He's still not pitted, which is interesting. It's just leaking time to the guys who have. Has Axel Ross tyres from the race in the pit lane, by the looks of it.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
He's had enough.
Yeah.
He did have a few penalties, and he was down the order a little bit, and that's a spin for Nick Furyman in the Haas.
We did say it's a bit too long.
Got a pit.
Yeah, a bit too long on those mediums.
Maybe gambling on a safety car possibly hasn't paid off for him, unfortunately, this time. Worth a go, because a safety car a couple of laps ago would have put him about P1, P2, but it just hasn't worked out this time, which is a shame for the Haas driver. But now we've got a battle on our hands for P2 between Notaboat and Kaz.
We have, yeah.
Both on the mediums.
Just on board with Kaz right now, yeah.
And Finexi also getting onto the back of them.
Yeah.
On the softs, but also with the 3-second penalty, so he's going to have to dispatch both of these drivers very quickly and then try and get down the road and pull out over 3-second gaps so he doesn't lose those positions as Nick Furyman gets salt to the wounds, unfortunately, adds insult to injury with speeding in the pit lane penalty.
Yeah, I was going to make another pun earlier. Just Rob got robbed by the pit speed limit.
Oh, I'm on board with Nick, and it seems there's been a glitch with the Alpine of Axel Ross has stopped in the pit lane, ghosted, and the computer won't drive through. So he's just stopped in the pit lane.
Oh no,
that is very odd. So no one can pit from now on, basically.
Okay, that's splendid.
That's a new one. I haven't seen that one before. Thanks, Codemasters and EA.
Yeah, shout out. Yeah. We did have something like it with someone just exiting the pits. Okay.
He's still
this is a new one.
I'm surprised it hasn't disqualified him yet, to be honest. But that must be really frustrating for Nick Furyman. It really has not been his luckiest day. But I'm sure, no fault of his own, really. I mean, this is not his fault at all. This is just a game glitch, which we do see sometimes. It's a shame we see it, because obviously we want to see races decided on skill and pace. But this does happen every now and again. As we've got Cody spinning at the chicane there, dropping down into 13th place, fortunately.
Oh, dearie me.
Nothing if not exciting, at least.
Yeah.
As we're now Nexi, who's got past Kaz on the back of Notaboat for 2nd place.
Yeah, 22% ERS left, so Notaboat has got double that ERS. There's yellow flags. Oh, it looks like a Ferrari's. Yeah, Cody was rounding around. Yep. So Ardez gets past Simo.
Yeah, he does.
But Fenexy's right on the back of Notaboat now.
Yeah, this looks like it could be a pretty easy move. He doesn't even have to think about using the ERS, and I don't think Notaboat is ever really going to fight that one on the soft tyres. It was always going to be a done deal.
True.
And Fenexy now has the task of pulling out 3 seconds in just about as many laps. So that's going to be a tall order, but on the softs, I think he can manage it.
Yep. Oof. As we got 4 laps remaining, it's looking like G Ninja's race to lose at this point. 5 seconds ahead, isn't he?
5 seconds ahead with 3-second penalty, so a net 8-second lead.
Yep.
Over Fenexy at the moment, which is very comfortable indeed. You're not expecting that because it's usually very close between these drivers, but he clearly has just bossed this weekend. Loves this track, goes well here, and it's kind of been, apart from qualifying with that incredible Notaboat lap, it's kind of been untouchable for the race.
Yeah, he really has, as Cody's had another moment, so he'll be wanting to ditch. Well, I don't think he can't ditch those tyres. And Nick did actually manage to get underway again. Yeah. So Axel's car did eventually disappear, which is good.
Thank God.
Yeah. Longest pit stop ever, though.
Yeah, obviously no consolation to Nick, who's probably lost a few laps sitting in the pit lane through no fault of his own, because obviously you don't have control in the pit lane. But yeah, he's down in 14th and pretty much out of this race, unfortunately. As Cody looks like he's had another issue in the Ferrari.
Yeah, he has.
Just really struggling on those tyres, probably with heat, I'd imagine, now after that many spins.
That's right, yep. Just trying to have a look, see... Oh, Simo's right on the back of Ardaz, fighting for P8. So, just on board with Simo as Cody's had yet another moment.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, there's also, looks like Simo might get the move done here on the Mercedes. He's going to go side by side. They're both on the hards. These are guys who pit on hards. And he went in too deep and spun round.
He kind of helped Ardaz in a way there. Because, I don't know if Ardaz got loose as well, and he kind of corrected Ardaz, but he's picked up some damage along the way. I think Simo...
Yes. Simo, I think, locked the rears there, got a bit out of shape, and unfortunately nothing Ardaz could do but hit him. I think definitely damage to the Mercedes. I saw some carbon fibre front wing flying off, and it looks like Simo's also got damage. He's just let go through.
He has, yep.
So that's kind of let Rob off the hook a little bit in terms of the fact that Simo was closing in, and with that 8-second penalty, he could have taken that 7th place away, but that collision has helped Rob out no end, as Simo is now going to brave the pit lane. See if that Alpine is out the way. Hopefully it is.
Yes, fingers crossed. I'm just on board with Notabout now, seeing whether he can catch Fenexy. Obviously he hasn't got a penalty. Yeah.
Which is good for him, because obviously he's going to be promoted as it stands through that 3-second penalty for Fenexy. Obviously there's a chance that 3-second penalty might be removed, as it's another track limits violation for Cody.
Yeah.
Because obviously we saw Fenexy get that last warning, so if he hasn't picked up another warning during the race, there's a possibility that he could get that removed.
True.
Motorboat's doing all he can at the moment to hold on to the back of Fenexy and have a net P2.
Yeah, right on the back of him right now. Got just under half ERS left. Fenexy's low ERS got 15%. So.
I mean, the racer in him will definitely want to get him on track. I know I would if I was Notaboat. I'd want to finish second on track just to, just in case he doesn't get that 3-second penalty removed. And it looks like he could. The Haas isn't getting away despite having those soft tyres on.
Yep. Oh, as Simo is stuck in the pits, so the issue's still happening. Oh dear.
Oh, that's absolute Oh, so annoying for these two guys,
Yep.
Simo and Nick, that this has happened to them. But can't do anything about it, unfortunately. We might have to think about the rule about after this, the rule about retiring in the pit lane, if this is going to happen.
Yeah, it is so frustrating. I feel sorry for Nick and now Simo. It's all
Yeah,
Notaboat
Oh,
manages to get past Phenexi. Oh, really tight.
yeah, that's good racing from the two of them. They keep it clean, and there's no contact in the end. Incredibly, even though it was barely a paper's width between them going through that corner, but some incredible showing of racing, and I think they're still wheel to wheel now.
They
They
are.
are. As Notaboat's trying an audacious round the outside move on the longest corner on the track. And he's still right there with Phenexi, and he's going to have the inside line for this double left-hander. This could work out, but again, Phenexi holding it. There's a lot of grip on that outside line.
There
And
is.
with those soft tyres, manages to pull ahead again. But this is not what Phenexi wants. He would want it to be well on his way, pulling that 3-second gap. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen now.
No. Yeah, I mean, we said earlier the penalty could cost him, but yeah, really respectful racing from the both of them. I bet they were both absolutely loving that.
Oh,
If I was in that situation, I'd have had squeaky bum time, but yeah, I'm sure both of them would really like it. Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure they've both got big grins on their faces after that clean wheel-to-wheel exchange. And it looks like Notaboat's not giving up. It's the last lap of the race.
Yep.
Looking like Ninja's going to go untroubled here, but we've still got a battle for second place, which is the closest battle on track. And he's going to have the DRS. This is his last chance. Draining his DRS. Using his DRS in the slipstream. And look at the closing speed of the Aston Martin. He's going to pull to the inside. There's contact.
That's a bit naughty.
There's contact again. This Phenexi goes wide, and unfortunately the cleanliness of the battle has kind of faded on this final lap. But it does look like with the extra ERS, Motorboat's going to pull ahead, and he does, and takes that second place on track. Although he does have damage to the right side of his front wing.
Yeah, I've got to be honest. I think Phenexi should have let it go really, because he has got the penalty. Notaboat hasn't.
It was a late move, but no, that's for the steward to decide after the race. But
G
out in
Ninja,
front,
just on board with him now.
Front, yeah, he's been basically untroubled since he got the lead at the start of the race, and has absolutely dominated with an incredible performance here. So GG's to Ninja.
GG's
takes the
like
win.
That. GG's to Ninja, yeah.
Yeah, Phenexi does end up actually taking it on track, but then loses it out to the penalty. So it is Notaboat in P2, Phenexi P3, and he keeps the podium even with the penalty. So it's Kaz then picking up P4 with Harrison.
Yep.
Crossing the line P5 was Skip with a great performance, as we mentioned earlier, taking that P5 position away with the penalties. Harrison in 6th after penalties applied, unfortunately for him. Rob in 7th, Ardaz in 9th after penalties, with Golf picking up 8th right at the end. And a good performance, we haven't really mentioned him, from Lance after not doing a lap in qualifying.
Yep.
He was off the back, spun, and has managed to put himself back to 10th place. That's a good effort from him.
Yeah, considering it's not his setup. Yeah, he's using someone else's wheel, so I think he'll be happy with P10 really. Ardaz as well, considering he had a nightmare start to the race, didn't he? Missed out on quali because of connection issues, and he had a coming together on lap 1, I think it was, with someone.
Absolutely.
So Simo, on the other hand, I don't know if he's actually still sat. No, so no, Simo wasn't still sat in the pits. He is back underway, which is something.
He's crossed the line and finished.
Yeah.
We're just waiting for Nick Furyman now, who was also the other person who got him hindered by that glitch. But great race. A lot of good performances up and down the grid.
Yeah.
So, who's your driver of the day? Before we go into the race rundown, who's your driver of the day for today?
I personally would say Skip in P5, but I think we'll do. We've had a few issues with the stream today, so sorry about the beginning. I understand there was a bit of lag, but we'll see what people think in the Discord server. But if for me, Skip really impressed for I think it was P5 off the top of my head.
Yeah, it
So
was. It was a good drive for me. Kind of went unnoticed under the radar, but yeah, it's a good shout. As we see the guys celebrating on the podium, and then we're going to go to the final results, and I'll read the
yep,
classification, provisional classification, before
hey,
penalties applied by the stewards. So
yep,
it is the Red Bull of G Ninja who takes the win with what was a dominant performance by 7 seconds to Notaboat, who was on pole but didn't manage to convert that into a win, and then Finexi, Defo Not Kaz, Skip, Harrison, Rob, Golf, Ardaz, and HL are your point scorers and your top 10, with Hamid, Cody, Nick, and Simo, and of course, in 15th and last, Axel Ross,
yep,
with very unfortunate for Nick and Simo to get hampered by that glitch,
yeah.
with the Alpine being stuck in the pit lane. But
One
good race
DNF
all round,
though.
a lot of action,
Yeah,
and a very enjoyable race to watch, certainly.
yeah, definitely. Oof. But yeah, one DNF around here. That's pretty good going. I think. Obviously, there are a lot of runoff areas, but you can still have DNFs. So, and he did DNF in the pits, so wasn't a non-track incident. So, yeah,
Absolutely, yeah. Clean racing all round, I think, for the most part.
yeah,
So a couple of incidents, but that's to be expected when we're having people at this high level racing so close. So yeah, well, it was enjoyable, very good.
yeah, absolutely. Just going to see if we can get any of the drivers on the podium. See if they want to have a chat with us. Bear with us.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
I take it the lobby's broken.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, we got Finexi, G Ninja. See if Toby wants to join, but we'll move down to the drivers' channel and we'll have a chat with them. All right.
Yep.
Do you want me to drag you down or?
I can do it.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Penalty.
Yeah.
Hello, guys.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Good race. Well done.
Thank you. Was the stream okay for you? Was it working? Or...
Yeah, it had some issues at the beginning, but managed to figure it out. But yeah, it was a bit stuttery early on. Understatement, but yeah, I don't know if you want to speak to G Ninja first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
Scott?
So, well done, G Ninja. You are the race winner in France. Obviously, it looked pretty comfortable from where we were sitting. You had a big lead quite early on, with the guys behind you all battling. So, just talk us through that race for you and how it was from the cockpit.
I'm going to be a man of minimum words at the moment. I'm a little bit ill. Just trying to keep my pace up, trying to keep consistent and not make many mistakes, to be honest. Once I got past the Aston.
Yeah, you did that, certainly. Very Kimi Raikkonen-esque response, but if you're ill, that's absolutely fine. So yeah, very well done. I have one more question. It's probably like a yes or no, but were you expecting such a big deficit in qualifying? Obviously, that amazing lap from Notaboat maybe came out of nowhere.
Yes, I kind of was, to be honest.
Mm.
I set my lap and went, there's a lot of time in it, but I really can't be bothered to do another lap. So I was like, yeah.
Okay, nice one. Well, thanks for answering my questions, even though you're ill, and well done on the really good victory.
Yeah,
Thank you.
get better soon, mate. Well driven. Like, yeah, you're untouchable today.
Cheers.
Alrighty.
Absolutely. Right. Do you want to take Finexi, Simi?
I'd rather you do, if you don't mind. Yeah, no offense
worries.
for Nexi. Yep.
So, Finexi, you had quite an interesting race there. A lot of battling
Yeah.
with a lot of different people, and obviously, unfortunately, that penalty dropped you down to third place. What was your
I'm
race
gonna
like?
get that removed. That's going to be removed. I'm almost sure about that, so I'm gonna get P2.
Yeah, we saw you get that third warning when wheel to wheel with another driver, so we did expect that to happen. But did you enjoy the race? Obviously, you had a lot of wheel to wheel battles. What was it like? Did you have fun?
I mean, it was a fun race, but like straight up, I got majorly screwed in qualifying because I got the 5-place grid penalty from the game, which dropped me to P8. But luckily, I could be P4 after the first lap. and
Yeah.
then just stay in the DRS there. We were just talking with Ninja that our medium pace was very similar after the software pit, and I just kind of got stuck behind them, and he broke the DRS. So, congratulations to him. I think he was quicker today, but had everything gone my way, I think I would have been slightly better.
Yes, it's a shame to see. Obviously, qualifying went wrong, and that put you on the back foot. But you definitely did have really good pace, and a provisional P3, possibly P2, is still a really good result. So, congrats. Anything from you, Simi?
No, just brilliant drive again for Nexi. The battle you had with Toby and Nodaboat was brilliant. We were saying on stream, you guys must have really enjoyed that close battle.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I get driver of the day finally, or did someone else?
No. As it stands, it went to Skip.
Oh man, I can't get a driver of the day to save my life. What is this?
I did see your thing in the chat. Yeah, no offense. Just thought Skip drove really impressively for P5.
Yeah, I
so
agree.
yeah, you'll get it one day. It's fine.
Someday.
Yep, someday.
Because we're so used to being up front. That's why. You being so fast is just so normal. That's what it is.
Yeah, there is a natural tendency to look a bit further back, see who's exceeded expectations and stuff. Unfortunately, in your case, you're always fast. So, but yeah, I'm sure you will get driver of the day at some point. So yeah,
I believe if I get P2, I lead the championship now.
we'll have to see.
I don't know where Simo finished actually.
He unfortunately finished outside the points. There was a car glitched in the pit, so he got stuck behind. Nick Fuhrman got stuck behind Axel's car, and then.
Okay.
So yeah,
it's very unfortunate.
It is, certainly going to make a difference to the standings. So if you guys check out the Twitter page for FQ Racing League, we'll update the standings later once we've gone through all the penalties and stuff.
Absolutely.
But yeah, brilliant drive for Nexi, and particularly G Ninja as well. And Toby Notabout, who couldn't join us for the podium. But yeah, well done, guys. Okay. All right, we'll move back up, Scott.
Yep.
All right, cheers, guys. But yeah.
Okay. I think that's everything then, isn't it? Really, really interesting race. A lot of really good performances and some very unlucky drivers, but that's how it goes playing online. You can't always guarantee 100% no glitches or bugs or anything. So it's just kind of for the draw. It's unfortunate to the people who did get caught out by that.
Yeah, it is. Obviously, we know Ninja, not G Ninja, but the other Ninja, Last Ninja Cow, where we can pass that on to Cody's community manager. Yeah. That this is an issue again, where it's just happened with the latest update. But yeah, brilliant race though. Really enjoyed that. Apologies again for technical issues at the beginning. And missing AJ, because he does the streaming usually.
Yeah.
So
obviously, I could never replace AJ. I came as a stand-in, but I hope I've done half as good of a job as he does, because obviously he is the commentary goat, as he's commonly known. So yeah. Unless you've got anything else to say, I think that's it.
No, just thanks for jumping in to lead the commentary. Considering the issues we had at the beginning, thanks very much.
No worries,
brilliant
my
job.
pleasure.
And super sub. You are the super sub.
Thank you very much. Yeah, if I'm ever needed again, I will. I'll be happy to assist. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
Splendid. Right, so we are going to be back next week. So just won't bring up the calendar on stream, but Paul Ricard obviously out the way now. But yeah, we're back on next Sunday for Monza.
Monza.
Yeah,
that's going to be a good one. Always good racing around there, especially on the game. So look forward to that one. I hope you guys will join. Probably AJ back. I bet you're all hoping for AJ back.
Yeah.
But I hope to watch that one, and hopefully it'll be half as exciting as this one was.
Absolutely, yeah. We do love a bit of Monza, don't we? So always action-packed track, but yeah. But thanks again, Scott, and we'll be back next week. Enjoy the rest of your week, guys.